Around here, community is much more than the place where we live. It's the values we share and the friends and neighbors we know. Hardworking, honest, warm and welcoming. Just walk down the street and you can feel it. This is home. And this is your hometown bank. Proudly local since 1881. Ephrata National Bank. You'll feel the difference.
From all of us at Clark Associates Companies, we'd like to welcome you and thank you for being a part of the Longs Park Summer Concert Series. We hope that you take this time to enjoy some quality time with your family while you're enjoying the music. For those of you not familiar with Clark Associates Companies, we're a family of companies serving the food service industry. If you're interested in learning more about any of our companies or any of our current employment opportunities, please check out our website, www.clarkinc.biz. Hope you enjoy the music.
On behalf of Lexwama, I want to welcome everyone to tonight's special concert. Now more than ever, we recognize that the arts and music have the power to bring us together. Like you, we so look forward to the time when we can gather together again in beautiful Longs Park to experience the joy of a live concert. But we are fortunate that we get the opportunity to safely enjoy a concert just virtually. At Lexwama, we are proud to support our community by making great things happen together.
I'm Dave Kozer with the Lancaster County Community Foundation. On behalf of our board and staff, we want to say a giant thank you to the good folks at Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation for having the courage and vision to provide the summer music series just a little bit differently this year. The Community Foundation maintained our sponsorship because we believe, especially in difficult times, music brings healing to the soul and binds us together as one community. Check out our website, lankfound.org, to learn about the important work that we're doing right now, and be safe, be healthy, and enjoy the show.
Good evening. My name is Tony Kirkner, and I'm a member of the Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation Board and Virtual Concert Design Team. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to our 2020 Virtual Concert Series. Our organization faced some challenges this year with COVID-19. As a result, we made the tough decision to pivot from concerts at the park to an online virtual concert experience. Even though we can't all be together at Longs Park, we're thrilled to share these broadcasts with you as a new shared experience from the convenience, comfort, and safety of your own personal viewing devices. Each Sunday night throughout the summer, we'll be delivering exclusive content to you in a variety of formats, ranging from pre-recorded video from artists who were originally scheduled to perform as a part of the summer series, professionally mixed audio of popular performances from past concerts, and last but not least, we'll be delivering live streamed performance from local and regional artists directly from the amphitheater stage to you. All of which is made possible by the generosity of our benefactors and supporters. We hope you tune in each week and join us for the wide array of content we've curated especially for you. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Aoife Scott and I'm a musician and songwriter from Ireland, and here to my left is Andy and this is Cathal, and we're here to play some music for the Longs Park virtual summer series. We were meant to be playing there this August, but unfortunately that's not happening, so we're going to play for you in our little cottage here in County Kildare in Ireland. We're going to start off with a song from my first album, which is all about appreciating your family and really appreciating who you have in your life, which I think we've all done over the last few months. It's a song called What You Do With What You Got. Must know someone like him. He was tall and strong and lean, with a body like a greyhound, and his mind so sharp and keen. His heart just like a lark, twisted round itself. Almost everything he did caused pain to someone else. And it's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. It's not how big your share is, it's how much you can share. It's not the fights you dreamed of, those who really fall. It's not how much you're given, so what you do with what you got. Now what's the use of two strong legs when you only run away? What use is the finest voice if you've nothing good to say? What good is push and shove. Tell me what's the use of two strong ears when you can't hear those you love. It's not just to what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. It's not how big your share is, it's how much you can share. It's not the fights you dreamed of, those you really fought. It's not how much you're given, so what you do with what you got. Choose to bear. It's not how big your share is, it's how much you can share. It's not the fights you dreamed of, those you really fought. It's not how much you're given, so what you do with what you got. It's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. It's not how big your share is, it's how much you can share. It's not the fights you dreamed of, those you really fought. What you got. It's not how much you're given, so what you do with what you got. Yes, I hope you like that. That's a song called What You Do, What You've Got, and it's off our first album. And we're going to go carry on now with a song from Dublin City, which is where I'm from and Andy is from, and Cathal is actually from Donegal, so hopefully he won't take offence with us singing a few Dublin songs now. He might leave in the middle of it. No, he won't. But Dublin is a place where I am from. I'm from the inner city. I'm from a place called the Liberties, which is a very historical part of Dublin City. It's was the reason it was called the Liberties. It was just outside the old walls of Dublin City, and it was where all the wild people were from back in the day in the 1800s. And that's where I'm from. So I like being a person from the Liberties. It's great crack. But I like collecting songs from this area, and this is a particular song that I learned off a band called the Dubliners, actually. And the Dubliners are a very well-known band from Ireland. I'm sure some people might have heard of them before, but if you haven't, you should check them out. But they founded kind of folk music and pubs in Ireland in the 50s and 60s, and in Dublin in particular, and they got people singing sessions and stuff like that. So this is one of the songs that they sang. It's from a place down just off Francis Street, which is just very close to where I'm from. And it's about a gathering of people who come together once a year, which you could say for the Longs Park Summer Series. They have such a good time that they end up going home in ambulances because they have, they get very friendly, punching each other. So we're going to sing it for you, and I hope you like it. It's called The Ragman's Ball. Here we go. Come listen to me for a while, me good friends, one and all, and I'll sing to you a verse or two about a famous ball. Now the ball was given by some friends who lived down in Ash Street, in a certain house in the Liberties where the ragmen used to meet. Now the ball was given at 7 o'clock, and every ragman had his ball. And to show respect to the management, every ragman brought his ball. I must admit that I brought mine at 25 minutes to 8. And the first stand-up was Kieran Grace for Tell Me I Was Late. Then up jumped Humpy Soodlum, and he says, I think somehow, by the ways we're all going on tonight is a looking for a row. Now listen here, Grace, if you want your face, you'd better not shout or bawl. There's a lot of hard jaws gonna be here tonight, so respect the ragman's ball. Well, for eating we had plenty now, as much as we could hold. We drank Brady's Lupine Porter, and on the floor we rolled. In the midst of the confusion, someone shouted for a song. Then up jumped old John Lavin and sang, keep rolling your barrel along. Then says my one, you're a queer one now, and Biddy, you're hard to beat. Then up jumped Eliza Boland, and she told me to hold her plate. Then my one made a clown at her, she missed her and hit the wall. And the two of them went in the ambulance the night of the ragman's ball. Then we all sat down for some ham pairings, and everything was quiet. And for broken noses, I must say, we had a lovely night. Black eyes they were in great demand, not to mention split heads and all. So if anyone wants to end their life, let them come to the ragman's ball. Let them come to the ragman's ball. Thanks very much. That's a song called The Ragman's Ball, and it hasn't been recorded on any CDs. We hope to record it very soon. We're going to do a song now that I first heard when I was 8 years of age, and I have a very musical family on one side of the family. They are all singing, all dancing, musical lunatics. I know they're very good. They're not lunatics, but they're very talented, and that's where I come from, and it's like the family business. But on the other side, which is my other Scott side of the family, was my Nana Scott, and she was a very formidable, powerful, unbelievable influence in my life, and I grew up listening to her and learning from her every day, every time I saw her, and I was very lucky to have such a lovely Nana. But she couldn't sing. She hadn't a note in her head, but that didn't stop her from singing the odd song. And I'll never forget hearing this song the first time she sang it to me in her kitchen, which was very cold and kind of no heating. And we used to kind of sit around the kitchen, around the cooker, where it was warm, and she was making us food all day. All she'd ever did was cook for people. She spent her whole life in the kitchen. Some days she'd be dancing with the dog, other days she'd be just, narky with us, but that's what grannies are for. They're there for love and sometimes give it out to you. So she sang this song to me once when I was about 8 years of age, and I'll never forget it. It was such a memorable memory in the sense that I heard the melody of this song, I heard her sing it, and she couldn't really sing that well, but she sang it to me, and it was just one of the most magical moments of my childhood. And I remember going home and telling my mum all about this song that I heard that day. And a good few years later, about 20 years later, I came across the song, and my Nana has since passed away about 3 years ago, and now I sing it because it reminds me of her. And it's about walking around Dublin City. For anybody who's been to Dublin before, you might know Dublin City. It's about walking up Grafton Street, which is the main street in Dublin. And on a summer day, it really is one of the nicest places to be. You have buskers singing all over the place, the sun is shining, and it's a very magical street. And it's a magical place, Dublin, sometimes. No, it is all the time. So I'm going to sing it for you. I hope you like it. And if you've been to Dublin, you can imagine yourself walking the streets as I'm singing it. And if you haven't, you can imagine yourself being there at some stage in your life. So hope you like it. It's called the Dublin Saunter. Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been north and I've been south and I've been east and west. I've been like a rolling stone. But there's one place that I know I'll always love the best. Just a little town to call my own. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry, you're the king and the ladies are queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been here and I've been there, I've sought the rainbow's end, but no crock of gold I found. But I know that come what may, whatever fate may bring, here my feet are deeply in the ground. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry, you're the king and the ladies are queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air, there's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning, in Dublin on a sunny Sunday morning. Thanks very much. I'm imagining this imaginary applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this is our new reality where we perform for people at home because none of us can go gigging yet. And we hope you're enjoying this few songs that we're going to sing you. We're going to sing a song off the new album now, which is a song written by a man called Barry Kerr. And he wrote it about 10 years ago during the Irish recession, when we were struggling to bail out the banks, and there was a lot of things going wrong in Ireland when the whole system crashed, and we had to figure out what we were going to do. But Barry wrote this song feeling angry as to how the public were left with regards to the government. It's a little bit angry against the government, which is funny because it gives out about politicians, and my mother has since become a politician, but it's all right because she's a good one. So it's calling the patriots of 1916 to come back and save us from what happened, and from the government and the banks, and to come back and save us all. So I hope you like it. It's called Ireland's Hour of Need. Come all you gallant heroes, wherever you have been, offspring of this nation, so few and far between. You who did the fighting when our backs were to the wall, in the hour of need you'd stand and bleed and rally to her call. In this troubled time upon us, we are once more in your quest. Evil has surrounded us and eaten us with debt. Government, like a bag of snakes, has poisoned us with greed and sold us off to the IMF, for the monster needs a feed. Now these bankers and politicians have no worries like you and me. Fat cats and their pensions live lives so full and free. They've sold their souls for gas and gold. They're coming for you next. Rise up again, shake off the chains and the noose around your neck. Now our patriots who went before, turning in their grave, the vision that they live for was such a better place. James Connolly, rise up your soul and lift us from this been offspring of this nation, so few and far between. You who did the fighting when our backs were to the wall. In our hour of need, did stand and bleed and rally to her call. In our hour of need, did stand and bleed and rally to her call. Thanks very much. That's a song off our latest album called Homeward, and it just came out there in January before it all went to lockdown. But we had a great few gigs launching it, and we were just about to hit our American tour in March when we all had to come home and stay at home. So I hope you like it. We're going to carry on, and we're switching instruments and doing lots of bits and pieces here. But we're going to carry on and sing the song that I always sing at every single gig I ever do, because it's the song that changed my life, and I always feel like it's really important to sing it because it tells a story about who I am and how I became who I am today. So that's the reason why I sing it every gig, and I tell this story, and so you're going to have to listen to it. Basically, I come from a very musical background. My mother is a singer and a senator in Ireland, but she was a singer first, and her name is Frances Black, and my aunt is a singer called Mary Black, and they're both very well-known professional singers in Ireland. And it's our family business. It's something that I grew up with. We kind of grew up in venues all around the country in Ireland and travelling around the place. And I was very lucky to have such a great upbringing and to be so musical. But at the same time, I was really, really, really shy, and I hated having to sing in front of anybody. And it was a really tough thing for me to do, even though we were all brought up to sing. And my granny, which was my Granny Black, not the other one, she used to make us all sing, and that's how we all became singers, my mother and everybody, because she had a stick and she poked us. No, to all the people who didn't want to sing, she made sure that you got your song out, you had a song. And that's the Irish way. You have to have a party piece. For anybody who goes to an Irish session, thanks of you'll know that you have to have a party piece, you have to have a poem, you have to have a song, you have to have something to say, and you're not getting out the door without one. So I used to sing my song and then I'd run out the door, or I'd actually hide on the stairs, and I would do my best to get away with it. But as I was growing up, I told everybody that I didn't want to become a singer because it was just too hard, and I just was too shy and I couldn't handle it. But but I always kind of promised my mum that I would make an album because she knew that I had a voice and that she didn't want me to waste it. So I went to college and I ended up studying something completely different, but I always promised my mum that I would sing an album, make an album, record something for her. And then, of course, after college, I went to work and I promised my mother that I would save to make an album. And then, you know, that didn't happen. 10 years later, I was still in a job following this degree that I had. And I was working from 6 a.m. until 11 o'clock at night. And I was absolutely exhausted. But I was working down in just off the River Liffey there, for anybody who's been to Dublin. I was working down in a company down there, and I was having my lunch break one day mid-June in Ireland. And of course, mid-June in Ireland means weather like this, which is July, August. It's that kind of weather, which is just blowing a gale, miserable, lashing rain. And not only is the rain coming really heavy downwards, it's actually hitting you sideways and in the face. And it's just the way rain works in Ireland. So I was going on my lunch break. I was having this particularly bad day. I was going through a very bad period of sadness in my life. I tend to suffer from depression, and I was going through a very bad period. I had stopped singing. I'd lost my voice. I was in this job that I was miserable in, and I wasn't singing at all. I wasn't fulfilling anything that I wanted to fulfill. And Andy here, who's this fella here playing the guitar to my left, you'll see him there. Look at him, he looks great in his shirt, and Cathal looks great in his shirt, yes. He is my fella, and we live in this cottage together. Cathal is our practice child, as we call him. And he knew I was feeling low this particular day on a lunch break where it was lashing rain, and he sent me a song. And I remember this particular day I was feeling miserable, didn't want anything to change my state because I was just so having a pity party for one, having my lunch break down on the River Liffey with the rain lashing in. And but I said, you know what, I'll listen to this song. He sent me a song. He said, this might cheer you up. And so I put in my headphones and I pressed play, and I heard the first few bars of the song, and in an instant everything changed. It was just like magical how my heart broke open, and the sun came out and the clouds kind of disappeared and stopped raining, and it was absolutely beautiful. And it changed something within me. It changed my heart,
And it was the first time in a very long time that I'd felt anything other than sadness. And I just knew from that day forward that I was going to have to do something different with my life. And that's why we're here performing for you. I'm now a singer and living a life in a cottage in Kildare, singing songs to a camera. I know, singing songs to all of everybody in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We absolutely adore that place. We'll tell you all about it in a while. But we were looking forward to coming and playing for you, and hopefully we will soon. So I'm going to sing that song for you that I heard that day. It changed my life, and usually I get the audience to sing along, but there is only Colin. We might get him to sing. He's behind the camera. But Cathal and Andy will sing along with it. And it's very easy to sing along to if you want to sing along at home. It goes, and I'm wondering where the lions are. And then you would sing, wonder where the lions are. And then I'm going to sing, wonder where the lions are. And then you're going to sing, wondering where the lions are. Now I know you're going to sing, because you're not going to let me down. And singing makes you happy, so if you're feeling low today, this will definitely cheer you up. So I hope you like it. This is a song by Bruce Coburn. It's called Wonder Where the Lions Are. Sun's up, looks okay. The world survives into another day. And I'm thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Had another dream about the lions at the door. They weren't half as frightening as they were before, but I'm thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Walls, windows, streets, waves coming through. You being me and I'll be in you, together in eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Among the firs where it smells so deep, down in the valleys where the rivers used to be, I got my mind on eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Alright, let's hear you singing now. Here we go. And I'm wondering where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Beautiful. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Gorgeous. Huge orange flying boat rises off a lake, causing near cliffs, doing a double take, got me thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got hold on me. Young men marching, helmets shining in the sun, polished up sights like the brains behind the gun. They should be thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got hold on me. Alright, let's hear you sing it. Here we go. And I'm wondering where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Beautiful. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Greatest something out on the surface of the bay. One of these days we're gonna sail away, sailing to eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. And I'm wondering where the lions are. Wonder 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 where the lions are. Alright, let's hear you sing it at home. You ready? A little bit louder. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. Beautiful. Last time. Wonder where the lions are. Wonder where the lions are. ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cathal O'Curran there from Gweedore, County Donegal. Yes. I can hear the crowd screaming for Cathal. That was, yes, Wonder Where the Lines Are into an L set of tunes there for Cathal, and hope you're enjoying yourselves. We are. If you don't know if you can notice that by the big smiles on our faces. We haven't seen each other in 4.5 months, 5 months, as that counts. And so we, it's great to be able to play music and to use this virtual summer series as an excuse to come together and play some music for you at home. So I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We're going to do a song off the new album. And I guess, let me just, I like telling you stories, if that's okay. So I'm going to tell you this story. And it's a song from, yes, the new album, which is called Homebird. But this song is written for my lovely niece. So I have one brother, and he had a baby about 2 years ago, so became the auntie for the first time. And it was the biggest deal in the world. And now it's such a big deal that that's all we talk about. We know exactly what they're doing at all times of the day. But I'll never forget Kitty, which is her name, was long awaited, and we couldn't wait. It was all we talked about. We just lived for the day that she would arrive. And the day that she arrived, she was born in Dublin, and I'll never forget going down to visit my brother, who was in the hospital with his wife. And I've never seen a more whiter face in all my life when I went to visit him and to say congratulations. But that day was the day that everything changed in our life. It just became, all of a sudden, the most important thing in our lives, our Kitty, and now she has a new baby sister called Winnie. And so Andy was sitting at home while I went into the hospital, and he wrote the chorus of this song, and it really did change our lives for amazingness. And we just have the best crack now. We have so much fun with these lovely little girls. But I guess we were finishing off the album. We were recording this album with a man called Ron Block, who lives in Tennessee. And Ron Block, you might know, is in a band called Alison Krauss and Union Station. So we were recording songs and writing songs. So we decided we'd finish off writing the song just in his studio as a well-wish for my lovely niece, Kitty. And she, so we wrote this for her, and it's got a good chorus if you want to sing along at home. It goes, "You're another reason for the sun to shine. You're another reason for the sun to shine." So it's called Another Reason. Hope you like it. All the things you do give meaning to your name. Every day a chance to change. Don't judge the day before the night. Measure in your mind all the things that make you smile. You're another reason for the sun to shine. You're another reason for the sun to shine. Look within your heart, find beauty in its place. Always find your loving grace. You'll feel a light that shines so bright. Know the love that's there for you makes everything alright. You're another reason for the sun to shine. Another reason for the sun to shine. There's a certain kind of day the world has made for you. Skies shining mid
another reason for the sun to shine. You're another reason for the sun to shine. You're another reason for the sun to shine. You're another reason for the sun to shine. For the sun to shine. For the sun to shine. For the sun to shine.
Thanks very much. That's another reason. That's off the album, the new album, Homebird. And we're going to do another new song from the album. And like I mentioned, we recorded half this album in Tennessee. We were very lucky to have met and kidnapped. No, we didn't kidnap him, but eventually we somehow convinced him to become friends with us, which is Mr. Man, Ron Block, who has been a very good friend to us and made this album with us in Tennessee, and then we recorded the rest of it in Ireland. And while we were out there in the studio, we were trying to figure out songs, and we didn't have enough songs, so we started writing ones when we were out there. And this is a song that we wrote while we were in the studio with Ron Block, and it's all about not letting other people kind of take your power, not letting those voices put you down, and to use any negativity that's thrown towards you in any way as fuel to be better and to prove them wrong. So this is for anybody who's feeling oppressed in any way right now at the moment. So I hope you like it. It's called Fuel I Need.
Why the need to bring me down when we've been allies for so long? Your words will never ring true, and I say that I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. It seems to me that you just feel sad, and that you have nowhere to belong. But that won't stop me from standing tall. I'll be here and I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. You can lie and criticize. I'll stay here standing tall, and I know that I will prove you wrong. Hear those words try to cut so deep. The worries there, I've heard them all along. but with faith here as my shield, I'll carry on and I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. You can lie and criticize, I'll stay here standing tall, and I know that I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need.
Tango. That was Fuel I Need. So I hope you like that song. So we're gonna let Cathal go have a little break in, I think. We can give you a tune that, do you? So yes, we're gonna do a song where myself and Andy wrote together. I did mention earlier on that I tend to suffer from sadness, and about a year and a half ago I went through a very bad phase of depression, and I was really low, and we were here in this lovely little house, and I came off the road because I couldn't gig anymore. I was just feeling too sad. I had to stop booking gigs and just take a break, and because I couldn't understand why. I'd never felt this kind of sadness before, and I couldn't understand what it was all about. It was just such a weird feeling, but it turned out that it had been grief, because I had been on the road for so long. We had been away for a lot of people passing, and it was very tough to be away and miss everybody's funerals. So I guess it kind of all caught up with me then when we got home and we came off the road. So I had to take a little break and deal with that. So it's a funny one, because I'd never felt grief like that before. I had known my nana had passed, but there was other elements and people passing away that were close to me that I just wasn't ready for. And so it's really opened my mind to the suffering that people can go through on a daily basis without even knowing. So if somebody's rude to you in the shop, you never know what they're going through. So that's made me more compassionate, I suppose, for what people are going through. But we wrote this song together about that, and it's about really accepting yourself for who you are and not feeling like the voices inside your head are always right. So don't believe them, because sometimes they can be very negative. So hope you like it. This is off the new album again. It's called Tangled.
I've always been so awkwardly honest. It's been something I've had all my life. Now I've had to make myself a promise not to live so close to the edge of the night. I'm tangled and I'm twisted, all the knots and entice. Talked myself into some complicated lies. Life can sometimes be a competitive contest, and the world makes it hard just to strive. I search for the place where my faith is the strongest, then I turn my face to the light. I'm tangled and I'm twisted, all knots and myself into some complicated life. Now I know some days that feel like the lowest, but that day's not the end of this run. I've tried so hard to stay in the moment, though it's harder when all's said and done. I'm tangled and I'm twisted, all the knots and in ties. Talked myself into some complicated life. That's always my favourite song to sing with Andy. Okay, so I'm not sure how we're doing for our time, but we'll keep going anyway. I don't want to be boring anybody sitting at home, but we're all right, are we? Yeah, we keep going. We're going to do a song. It's just the title track of the new album, which came out in January, which is available on Spotify and all your streaming services, and it is available to buy off my website, which it has a bit of a delay in delivery at the moment because of the L C word, so we won't talk about that, but if anybody wants to buy one, you can get one there. And this album is the title track of the song, and it's about where we are right now, which is in our little cottage. So a few years ago, when myself and Andy and Cathal were on the tour and on the road so much, we were doing, it was a big thing for me to have left my career, which was in something completely different, and to go and become a musician. And for the first couple of years, I had people kind of coming up and congratulating me on me fulfilling my dreams, which is really big deal. You know, it was a massive deal. But at the same time, when I had this congratulations happen and I had people shaking my hands and stuff like that, in the back of my head, I had this kind of voice kind of cancelling all the joy out with kind of a way of feeling that sure we had nowhere to live. And that's the deal. We were on the road for so long that we had nowhere to live, and it was kind of tough. We were kind of going from house to house, and it was amazing, and we like that sometimes, but I was getting to the stage where I was really struggling with burnout, and we needed somewhere to come home to. And it was really a funny thing that happened, how we found this house, but we found it eventually. And it's a beautiful little gate lodge in County Kildare, and up the avenue is our landlords, which were an 85 and 93-year-old brother and sister, and we have since adopted them. And it really is beautiful. It's surrounded by trees, and it has a little hobbit hole of a door, a little yellow door, and we're really lucky to live here. And it's inspired me to write this song with my co-writer, which is Enda Riley. He's written some of the songs with me as well. And it's about coming home and feeling very grateful to have somewhere to live. We're grateful to have somewhere to cover us in this absolutely lashing rain weather in Ireland. And for anybody who doesn't know what a homebird is, a homebird in America terms would be a homebody. So it's somebody who likes coming home a lot. So now we love coming home to this lovely little house that we have here. So I hope you like it. Here it goes. Swallows flying low, see them follow seasons flow, how they dance as they go. through the rusty gate, where the fields of barley grow, go from grey to brown to green, then gold. The home birds are waiting for me, as the light's getting colder, the barley grows golder as far as I can see. Secrets of trees whisper and breathe, they're watching over, safe under cover, the home birds and me, the home birds and me. To lie by Heron's Lake and think of nothing for the day, till the pheasant scares away. Home birds and we built our nests among the trees. It's a place for us to rest and breathe. The home birds are waiting for me, as the light's getting older, the barley grows golder as far as I can see. The secrets of trees whisper and breathe, they're watching over, safe under cover, the home birds and me. The secrets of trees whisper and breathe, they're watching over, safe under cover, the home birds and me, 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 the home birds and me. Thanks very much. So that was Homebird. That's the title track off the new album for anybody. I know I've been talking about it, but it was a big deal. It happened to me this year, and then we came off tour, and then it is no more. I know it is still alive, but it does feel very strange. It's kind of like these songs are like children. I think we'll do Irish Born. Yeah. So yes, these songs are like children, and when you don't sing them every night anymore, it feels like you've left them behind a little bit. So it's really nice to be able to talk to you people about it and tell you all the stories and keep talking all the time. No, I won't. I'll sing. We're going to do a song that Andy wrote, and it's all about the people who went to America and built, all the Irish people who went to America and built up all the lives that they have from. And we tend to tour in America a lot. We were meant to go twice this year. And that didn't happen. But we've met so many Irish Americans, and all we're so amazed by all what they've achieved in America and how it's worked out well for them, and we're just blown away by that. And so Andy wrote this about the kind of heritage of Irish people who went to America, and then they didn't come home, I suppose, but they had an amazing, successful life. So. Yeah, and it just also that they don't forget where they came from. So that's really blown away by it most of the time. So I'm going to sing it. It's got a good chorus. It goes, I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. So if you want to sing along, we'd love that. Was I supposed to say anything else? Oh, yeah. No, I won't. Okay. We'll keep going. Here we go. Hope you like it. Adventure far from my native home. I've come across the water to Raffles many miles, save money for some paper that lets me stay a while. I've pushed ice in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, or shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, or shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. There's a bit of crack. So I hope you like that song. I think we're going to do our last little song now, if that's okay. For anybody who's listening to us. We hope there's a few people listening to us right now. We think there is. Before we go, I wanted to sing this last song. We have to say thanks a million to Brad and Brad Zooks for hosting us here in the Longs Park virtual summer series. We were meant to play and we didn't, so we're playing for you now. So we're really grateful for this. We are big fans of Lancaster. We've all been there. Andy has played the summer series before in the amphitheatre. So his call was last year. Andy was 2 years previous. 2 years previous. So it's amazing that I was invited and we all got to do it together. But hopefully we will get to do it at some stage. And we are big fans of Lancaster. We've played the Chestnut House concerts there on Chestnut Street with Karen and Tim and Bella. And we love them very much. So we'll sing this next song from them. Thank you so much for joining us here in County Kildare in Ireland. We're going to leave you with this song, which is all about the west coast of Ireland. For anybody who's been on their holidays to Ireland, you'll know of a place called the Wild Atlantic Way. And I'll tell you one thing now, it's fairly wild at the moment. It's very wet and wild, but it's, even though it's raining and miserable, it is still one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. I know I'm biased, but I don't care. The greyness has a beauty to it, and I have to say that. But this song is written about the Wild Atlantic Way for anybody who hasn't been to the Wild Atlantic Way. It's like our Route 66 of Ireland. It goes from all the way from Donegal right down to West Cork, and which is the top and the bottom of the country. If you plan to come to Ireland, you should go there because it is definitely amazing, and also Dublin. I'm biased, but this is all about a woman who's 60 years away from Ireland. She's singing this song to herself. She's asking her husband, who's passed away before her, to come back and bring her all the places that they went to on their honeymoon, which is all along the Wild Atlantic Way. So we'll leave you with this. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and here we go. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the Wild Atlantic Way. I'm 60 years in Nova Scotia, waiting for the day that we're returning homeward, all along the Wild Atlantic Way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the Wild Atlantic Way. Remember when we went to Bun Bay, the shipwreck in the bay? We sat and watched the north and west sunset all along the Wild Atlantic Way. The time that we had climbed Pope Patrick, we nearly went astray. Our legs were aching, falling off us all along the Wild Atlantic Way. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the Wild Atlantic Way. And watch you catch the fish near Dingle as Kirk's rode away. Wait for you with the half-light gloaming all along the Wild Atlantic Way. Cycling out to the Black Ball Heads, getting salty from the spray. The ocean looming out beyond us all along the Wild Atlantic Way. Alright, let's hear you sing it. When skinny dipping down in Derry, smelling Galway salted ocean all along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we met Willie Clancy piping in the bay, we sang and danced till the early morn all along the wild Atlantic way. All right, here we go. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Last time. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here in the Longs Park Virtual Summer Series. My name is Aoife Scott. We are here in our house in Kildare, Ireland. I'm going to introduce you to these lovely, fine-looking gentlemen to my left and to my right and to my left, playing guitar like that fierce monster with the guitar he is. All the way from Dublin. He's the best looking fella in this room, if I say so myself. It's Mr. Andy Meany. Yeah, everybody clap, yeah. And here to my right, what can we say? He's come all the way from Donegal. We haven't seen him in 5 months, and he has everything perfect to a T, no mistakes. Unbelievable. It's Mr. Cathal O'Carroll. We're going to leave you with this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Here we go. 2, 3, go. Everybody, thanks for joining us here.
To learn while still a child what this life is meant to be.
To know it goes beyond myself. It's so much more than me.
To live a life that matters. To be someone of great worth.
To love and be loved in return. And make my mark on earth.
You don't do business with a building. My belief is that you do business with a person. My experience was exactly what their slogan and their logo says. It was wanting to understand myself as a customer, what my needs were, and that's what keeps bringing you back. And it's nice and refreshing to see JBT providing that service with a smile.
Get to know JBT, where you can always bank on a smile.
In the Susquehanna Valley, our community is stronger together when we unite and support each other.
Donegal Insurance Group provides peace of mind, which is so important in these challenging times. Our independent agents are ready to help you protect your family and property. Visit DonegalGroup.com to find an agent near you. Donegal, there when it matters most for our agents and policyholders.
WGAL 8 and the Susquehanna Valley, stronger together.